It was a bright and bustling day in Metropolis. The sun hung high, reflecting off the glimmering skyscrapers that framed the city. People moved about their lives, unaware of the storm brewing above. The sky darkened suddenly, an unnatural shift that sent chills down the spines of onlookers. Then, with a deafening crack, a golden portal split opened the heavens, its edges sparking like liquid lightning. Through the rift stepped a figure of legend, Hercules, the son of Zeus, his bronze skin gleaming under the unnatural light. His lion's pelt, worn as a cloak, seemed to shimmer with an aura of invincibility, and his towering frame radiated raw power. Gasps and murmurs rippled through the streets. Cars screeched to a halt, and pedestrians froze, their eyes locked on the figure descending from the sky. Hercules landed with an earth-shaking boom, his club digging into the asphalt, leaving a smoldering crater. "I am Hercules, son of Zeus," his voice roared, echoing like thunder. "I seek the protector of this realm, the one you call Superman. Bring him to me." From high above, Superman heard the challenge. Hovering miles above Metropolis, his super hearing picked up every word, and his enhanced vision zoomed in on the scene. He frowned, unsure of the stranger's intent, but keenly aware of the danger he posed. Without hesitation, Superman descended, streaking through the sky like a comet. He landed softly, his iconic red cape fluttering behind him, and addressed the demigod calmly. "I'm Superman. What's this about?" Hercules' piercing eyes scanned Superman from head to toe, his lips curling into a smirk. "You're smaller than I expected." Superman's brow furrowed. "I don't know who told you to come here, but I protect this world. If you've come to cause trouble, I suggest you leave." "Protect?" Hercules scoffed, gripping his club tightly. "The Oracle of Delphi foretold your power would threaten the balance of Olympus and Earth. I cannot allow that to happen. Face me in combat, or be judged as a coward." Superman stepped forward, his tone firm but diplomatic. "Listen, I don't want to fight you. Whatever prophecy you've heard, it's wrong. Let's talk this through." Hercules laughed, the sound booming like a drumbeat. "The time for talk is past, Kryptonian." With that, Hercules swung his massive club, aiming for Superman's head with a blow that could fell mountains. Superman sidestepped, the club smashing into the pavement with the force of a meteor strike. The ground split apart, sending shockwaves rippling through the streets. Cars overturned, and windows shattered as civilians screamed and ran for cover. "Hercules, stop!" Superman shouted, catching the next swing of the club with both hands. The force of the impact rattled through his bones, but he held firm. "You think you can match the strength of a god?" Hercules bellowed, twisting his weapon and flinging Superman across the street. Superman soared through the air, crashing into a bus, which crumpled like paper under his weight. He rose almost instantly, brushing off the debris. His eyes glowed red with restrained heat vision. "I'm warning you," Superman said, his voice calm but steely. "Stand down before someone gets hurt. You dare warn me?" Hercules laughed, charging forward with godlike speed. His fists flew in a barrage of punches, each one capable of shattering boulders. Superman blocked and dodged, his own fists moving in counterattacks that made the air crackle with sonic booms. The fight became a blur of motion, the two titans exchanging blows at speeds too fast for the human eye to follow. Hercules grabbed Superman by the cape and swung him into a nearby building. The structure collapsed in a plume of dust and rubble. "You're strong," Superman admitted, rising from the wreckage, "but you're putting innocent lives at risk. We need to take this somewhere else." "Agreed," Hercules growled. He leaped into the sky with incredible force, vanishing into the clouds. Superman followed, leaving the battered streets of Metropolis behind. High above the city, their battle continued in the stratosphere. Hercules swung his fists with the fury of a god, each blow threatening to send Superman hurtling into orbit. But Superman used his speed to evade, delivering counterattacks that knocked Hercules back, each punch echoing like thunder across the skies. "You fight well," Hercules said between blows. "For a mortal, I'm not just a mortal," Superman replied, unleashing a blast of heat vision that Hercules barely blocked with his lion's pelt. Hercules smirked. "Then show me the full extent of your power." Superman surged forward, tackling Hercules, and the two crashed down into the ocean with a colossal splash. The sea churned violently as the two emerged from the depths, ready to resume their battle. But before they could strike, the sky darkened once more, and a massive bolt of lightning struck the water, freezing them both in place. From the storm clouds descended Zeus himself, his presence so commanding that the very air seemed to bow in reverence. His golden armor gleamed, and his thunderbolt crackled with divine energy. "Enough!" Zeus commanded, his voice like the rumble of an earthquake. "Father," Hercules said, lowering his fists, "I was fulfilling the prophecy." Zeus frowned, his eyes narrowing. "You were deceived, my son. The oracle's prophecy was tampered with. This battle was never meant to protect Olympus, but to weaken its defenders." Superman, hovering cautiously, asked, "Weaken us for what?" A deep, menacing laugh echoed through the heavens. A swirling black portal appeared, and from its depths stepped Darkseid, his glowing red omega beams illuminating the darkness. "Fools," Darkseid said, his voice cold and calculating. "You have played into my hands perfectly. Your petty squabble has drained your strength, leaving Earth and Olympus vulnerable to my conquest. You dare meddle in the affairs of Olympus?" Zeus thundered, raising his bolt. Darkseid smirked. "Olympus is nothing but a stepping stone on my path to universal domination." Hercules growled, his fists tightening. "You'll regret underestimating us." Darkseid raised his hand, unleashing a barrage of omega beams that forced Superman, Hercules, and even Zeus to scatter. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Superman turned to Hercules. "We can't take him down alone. Are you with me?" Hercules nodded. "For Olympus and Earth," Zeus added, "I will lend my strength, but the fight will be yours. Darkseid's power rivals even mine." The trio charged at Darkseid, each using their unique abilities to counter his overwhelming strength. Hercules attacked with raw power, his punches cracking Darkseid's armor. Superman used his speed and laser-focused heat vision to exploit weaknesses, while Zeus provided divine support, hurling thunderbolts that kept Darkseid off balance. As the battle raged, Darkseid grew furious. He unleashed a massive energy wave that threatened to annihilate everything in its path. Hercules used his indestructible pelt to shield Superman, while Zeus absorbed the brunt of the blast. "We need to end this now," Superman said, his eyes glowing with solar energy. Hercules grinned. "Let's finish this together." With a mighty roar, Hercules hurled his club at Darkseid, striking him square in the chest. The impact staggered the tyrant, giving Superman the opening he needed. Drawing power from Earth's yellow sun, Superman delivered a punch so powerful it shattered Darkseid's armor and sent him reeling. Zeus raised his thunderbolt. "Now, my son." Hercules caught the thunderbolt and drove it into Darkseid's chest, creating an explosion of divine energy that sent the tyrant hurtling back through his portal. As the skies cleared, Zeus turned to Superman. "You have proven yourself worthy. Kal-El, Olympus owes you a debt." Superman nodded humbly. "I only did what was necessary." Hercules smiled, placing a hand on Superman's shoulder. "You are a true warrior. Perhaps one day, we will fight again, not as enemies, but as allies. As Hercules and Zeus returned to Olympus, Superman watched the horizon, knowing this battle had forged an unbreakable bond between Earth and the gods.